Hey everyone, how you guys going? Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a free weight gain guide. Now this is perfect for beginners. This is perfect for those who are new to my channel. Of course, welcome. Now because there are a lot of videos on my channel, so it can be a bit overwhelming on where to start and those kind of things. Now I do recommend to go ahead and watch all the previous videos as well, because all the important information cannot just be covered in one video, right? So this video will definitely get you started in your journey, but of course there is room for a lot of learning, so go through previous videos and catch up on things that you should know and incorporate in your weight gain journey. Now today's video is also for those people who are finding my weight gain programs out of their budget. Now of course, if you need professional guidance, I'm gonna have to charge for my time and efforts. However, with this video you guys can also get started in your journey and in your learning process of how to gain weight the right way. Now, before I get moving on to giving you the good information, I just wanted to point out here is that there are a lot of information. This whole channel is dedicated to gaining weight, right? There are hundreds of videos on my channel, so please make sure that you patiently go through them one by one, because there is a lot of information that you need to know. There are a lot of ideas, whether it's food related or exercise related and so on, right? So if you are somebody who cannot seek professional guidance, then be prepared to learn on your own. And for that learning, you will have to go through data, you will have to go through videos, you might even have to do your own Google research and those kind of things, because at the end of the day, one size does not fit all. What works for me might not work for somebody else. What works for you might not work for somebody else, right? So customization plays a lot of role here. And how will you know what will work for you, what your body responds to better? All that will happen over time. So stay patient, stay rolling in the journey, but at the same time, stay open for learning. And for that, you will have to sit down and do your own homework as well. You will have to explore some videos and learn more about how this process works, or how your body will respond to what in those kind of things, right? Also, another important thing is that you don't need to know everything from the first day itself. You start off with what you know, and then, as I said, keep on learning as you progress in your journey. And as you learn something new, you implement that in your routine, you test and try for yourself, you track your progress, and that's how then you learn not just about the process but also about your body, right? So that learning process should not stop. I've been in this process for almost like 12-13 years, even more, I would say. I've been training other women for last 3 to 4 years as well. So there is a lot of things that I am also constantly learning, right? Not every single person can know everything, so be open to learning, because that is only how you will be able to make room for growth, and that is only how you'll be able to make that growth come towards you as well. All right, so let's get into the process. So basically, there are only two main factors when it comes down to gaining weight by building muscle. Now, please note, this whole channel and this whole process is about gaining weight by building muscle. If you're somebody who just wants to eat more food and gain fat, that is not what it is about. So if that's what you're looking for, then maybe you can, skip out of this video. However, if you're ready to commit, if you're ready to work really hard, if you're ready to gain weight the right way, then you can keep on watching. And for that, there are two main factors when it comes down to gaining weight the right way. One is that you must work out and you must progressive overload, which means that constantly keep on increasing the amount of dumbbells that you're lifting in your workout, so that you're constantly creating more and more tension on the muscles that you want to grow. And second thing is, of course, eating in surplus, and even with those surplus calories, the quality of those calories, the macronutrients breakdown, which is your carbohydrates, protein and fats and those kind of things, that is the second aspect of it, right? Now both the things are equally important, right? How it all works, if I just give you a quick overview of that, is when you do your workout, you are creating damage on the muscle fibers that you already have, right? Because you need to create that damage. Then with the help of these calories, the protein that you're eating, your body will be able to build new muscle fibers to be able to repair that damage that you have created. So that is where the growth is coming from. The gains are coming from strength gains and muscle gain and thickness, everything that you're after, right? So that is where it's going to come from. So you must work really hard in your workout so that you can create enough damage, and then you must eat the right kind of food, right quantities of food, so that you can then support growth, right? So both the things are equally important. You cannot just excel in one thing and miss out on the other, because then you won't be gaining the right way. So please understand that. Now, if I talk about the workouts, now what I'm going to be doing in this particular video is I have tons of videos already filmed out for legs, push, pull, upper body, lower body, all that kind of stuff. So in this video, I'm going to be framing little program, like a free program for you basically. So I will structure the weekly workout plan here on the screen for you. However, if you go in the description box of this video, you should be able to find the exact links of videos that I'm going to be pointing out in this particular video, right? So make sure that you do check out the description box later on so that you can just click on the exact video, you can just follow that and so on, right? So as for me, training around 4 to 5 days a week is good enough if your goal is to gain weight by building muscle. Rest days are equally important, so please make sure that you're not neglecting those. I know a lot of people start enjoying workouts and they feel like they're missing out when they're taking rest from workouts, so they end up doing or training 7 days a week. That is not the right approach. So even though you love the process, it's important that you're giving your muscles, your body a little bit of break as well weekly, right? Now in this particular video, I'm going to give you a workout split for legs, push, pull, right? So push is basically when you're using your chest muscles or when you're using your shoulder muscles, the tricep and those kind of things. They are push muscles, the muscles that you engage when you're pushing something away from your body. When you pull something, which is a pull workout, that is going to be like your back muscles and your bicep muscles and those kind of things, because to be able to pull something towards you, you engage those muscles. And then of course you have your leg workout. So 3 different sort of setups. Now you have legs. So on day 1 you can train legs, day 2 you can do push workout, day 3 you can do pull workout, day 4 you can repeat your legs, and day 5, now if you want to just stick to 5 days, then you can, on that 5th day, you can combine your push and pull. Of course you don't have to do the full push and full pull workout, but you can pick out some of the movements, combine them together so that you can structure yourself, you know, about 45 minutes to an hour session. Or else if you want to train 6 days, for example, then you can just repeat push again and pull again, right? So legs, push, pull, legs, push, pull, or else legs, push, pull, legs and upper body sort of a day if you're just training 5 days a week. So that is what you can do. If you want to just train 4 days a week, then you can just do legs, push, pull, and then legs. So basically you'll be training 2 days lower body and 2 days it will be upper body, but just picking out on muscles, pull muscles on one day and push muscles on the other days. However, for this particular video, we will just be doing legs, push, pull, legs and upper body workout, right? So that is the kind of structure I'm giving you here. Now as I said, all the links for the videos you will find in the description box below, so definitely go check out each of the links of those videos. Now when you open up those videos, what exercises to do, how many sets and reps you have to do, all that information is there in the video, right? So please make sure that instead of skipping or fast forwarding the video, make sure that you watch the whole video if you're really keen on learning. I know a lot of people don't like to hear the before and afters, or you know, things that matter. They just want, you know, which exercises, but it's important to understand why you're doing those exercises, how to do those exercises, what's the point of doing those exercises. But of course, not a lot of people have the patience to listen. So if you're really keen on learning, please make sure that you watch the whole video thoroughly, because that is only how you will understand how things work and why something is supposed to be done in a certain way to be able to achieve a certain result, right? So do have that patience, because that is very much required when you are trying to learn something. Now, as I said, workouts, you can, if you're completely a new person, you have never done this before, you can start off just as body weight. For example, for your low body workouts, you can easily start off as body weight for 1 to 2 weeks, where you can focus more on learning the forms and techniques and those kind of things. And then of course after that, make sure that you have a pair of 1 kg, a pair of 2 kg dumbbells, like that, so that you then week by week, or as your strength increases, you can keep on increasing the weights of dumbbells that you're lifting in your different exercises, right? Now what I personally recommend is at least have a range between 1 to 5 kg dumbbells if you're a beginner. Even that's what I recommend when people join my program. If they are beginner, I ask them to buy between the range to 1 to 5 kg dumbbells, right? If they're training at home. Of course, you know, now all the videos as well that I have shared, all those exercises can be done in a gym and can be done at home as well. If you're going to the gym, of course you don't have to buy anything, but if you're training at home, make sure you buy the dumbbells. Now again, for dumbbells as well, all the links have been left in the description box below, so please make sure that you go ahead, check out the dumbbells. Of course, there are certain links that I have put there. You don't have to buy the exact same product. At least you will get an idea from those links, and then you can go ahead, explore some other options and buy what fits your budget, right? Also, another thing, yes, you need 1 to 5 kg dumbbells, but you might not have to buy all of them all together. Just buy maybe a pair of 1 kgs and a pair of 2 kgs. Start off with that. Once 2 kgs become easy for you to lift, that's when you can go ahead and buy a pair of 3 kgs and 4 kgs, right? So make sure step by step. As I said, you don't need to have everything from the first day itself. You don't need to know everything from the first day itself. You start off with where you can start, and you gradually build up on what is required to support this journey, or you gradually build up on on your appetite, which is also another requirement, or you gradually build up on your information so that you know what you need to be doing next and so on, right? So you have to gradually build all that up. You don't need to wait to have the best time or the best equipment or everything available on the first day when you start. That is not the requirement, right? You must get started and then you keep on rolling forward at your own pace. That's basically what it is. Now let's talk about the food plan. Now food plan, in a way, it's very easy to set up. However, it does require a bit of number crunching. A few calculations need to be done. You might need help from a little bit of apps and those kind of things to be able to kind of understand what kind of meal is giving you how many calories and so on, right? Now I'll start off with this thing that I have a weight gain foods playlist. So if you go in my playlist, you'll be able to go through so many videos there. Those videos are there for you to pick up on ideas and those kind of things. As I said, my calorie intake every single day, my protein intake every single day is going to be different than yours, and yours is going to be different to somebody else. So I can't just tell you that, okay, this is what I eat in a day, so you eat that. It's not going to work like that. If you do that, whether you will not gain anything or whether you will gain too much and in the wrong way, right? So there can be many factors because it depends on your age, your height, your weight, your physical activity throughout the day, what kind of intensity you're training your workouts with, and a lot of factors matter, right? However, those videos are there for you to grab and pick on a few things, whatever you like. If I've shared a lot of what I eat in a day kind of video as well, right? So you don't have to have exactly what I eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and those kind of things. You can pick, okay, that I like this lunch, I like this snack, whatever, you pick a few things together and then you prepare that, okay, this is what I want to eat every single day, and then you can decide on your quantities depending what are your calorie needs and so on, which of course I'm going to talk about now. But yeah, this is exactly what you'll be doing. If you want me to sit down and tell you that, okay, this at this time you have to eat this in this quantity and all that kind of stuff, please pay me, because that is only how I'll be able to put in my time and effort in customizing the plan for you, right? And that is exactly what I do in my programs. But if you're not able to join those, then you will have to do all the number crunching as well as all the homework yourself. Now I'm going to guide you on a few of these things right now, but at the same time I'll be leaving links for some of my previous videos where I've talked in a lot more detail about every single thing, so that will also come in handy when you want to learn a bit more on how to do the calculations and so on. So please make sure you're checking out the description box later on as well. Now the basic idea is you want to calculate your maintenance calories first. Again, I'll leave a link for the calculator to calculate this in the description box below, so definitely check that one out. You calculate your maintenance calories. Maintenance calories is something what your body needs to maintain your current weight, right? So that calculator will ask you all the details, fill in that detail, and it will give you an estimate that, okay, roughly around this much is what your body needs to maintain your current weight. Once you know your maintenance calories, you add about 200 to 300 calories on top of that, which is called the surplus, because that is the surplus that you'll be eating now, because your goal is to gain weight. Once you know your surplus calories, that okay, altogether I need, for example, I need 1000 calories, right? That out of those 1000 calories, then you do your macronutrients breakdown, that out of those 1000 calories, how many should be coming from carbs, how much protein, how much fat. Now if I give you a rough sort of a generic or an average breakdown, then you're looking somewhere around 45 to 50% carbs, about 25% from your protein, and about 25 to 30% from your fat content, right? Now this is what I'm talking about, somebody who's underweight, who's skinny, there is no fat accumulation in their body whatsoever. So this is the kind of generic breakdown that you can go with. However, if you're somebody who has, let's say, belly fat, or who has some fat accumulation somewhere, on their body, then you will have to play around with these numbers and, again, customization, depending on what your current physique is like and so on, right? So, but at least this is the generic ratio or the percentage that you can kind of go with. Now to further break it down, that okay, now that you know that, okay, out of those 1000 calories, 50% should come from carbs. So that means 500 of those calories should come from your carb content. Now again, you will have to decide on how you're planning your food plan, whether you just want to have 3 meals a day, or whether you want to have you want to be eating 5 times a day, 3 meals and 2 snacks. So how are you going to divide those 500 calories of carbs between those 3 meals or 5 meals or 6 meals, whatever you want to design for yourself? Then you can break those down, right? For example, if I talk about 25% of those 1000 calories should come from protein, right? So that means we're looking at somewhere around 250 calories coming from protein, which should be around 62 grams of protein that you need. Now let's say you decided to have 5 meals plus snacks throughout the day, then you can decide that, okay, out of those 62 grams of protein, 10 grams of protein I want to have on my breakfast plate, 20 grams maybe on my lunch plate, another 20 grams on my dinner plate, and then the rest 10 grams can be added on your snack, right? So this is how then you can break down. So now that you know that, so let's say you've picked out an option from my one of my weight gain playlist, and you like one of my lunch options that I've given you, right? For example, my pasta and soya option, which is one of my most popular option. I love it as well. So then you can decide that, okay, I decided that on this plate I want to get 20 grams of protein. So then if you are adding soya chunks, you can put in the raw quantity of that soya chunk in any of the apps like MyFitnessPal or HealthyFyMe. You can put in the raw quantity. Let's say you put in 20 grams of soya chunks there, and then that app will tell you that, okay, this 20 grams of soya chunk is giving you this much protein. For example, it's giving you, I don't know, 12 grams of protein, right? So, and your target is that on your lunch plate, you should have 20 grams of protein. So fine, you got your 12 grams of protein from that soya chunk, but then rest, what else can you add on that plate to make up for your 20 grams of protein? You're still missing out on 8 grams of protein. Now, whether you add, let's say, curd or buttermilk as a liquid drink on that plate, or whether your pasta is an egg-based pasta, so maybe your pasta might be providing a few grams of protein as well. So this is how then you can design a plate for yourself, that I need this much grams quantity of pasta and soya chunks and buttermilk or whatnot, so that this plate can give me 20 grams of protein. That's what the calculation for the protein is. And then whatever you have decided that, okay, this plate should have this much carbs or this much fat, then this is how then you put that plate together for yourself. Now, it might sound a bit too much of work, which of course it is too much work. That's why I charge you, because I need to stay in front of the computer to be able to, do all this number crunching for every single client of mine. And that is exactly what I charge for. But then this is how you will have to do your own calculations. Now, these tracking apps come in really handy, because as I said, you can put in those grams quantities in the apps, and then apps can give you, they're not accurate, but they can give you a good estimate that, okay, this meal plate, if you take this quantity, it can give you these many calories and this much protein, carbs and fat, right? So then, okay, you have your plate set, you have your lunch plate set. Now you can do the same thing for your snack, you can do the same thing for your lunch, you can do the same thing for your breakfast. So this is how then you can design that, okay, my breakfast is this much quantity, my lunch is this, snack is this, dinner is this, and that way you can ensure that you break it down in a way that by the time you have completed the last meal or last snack of the day, you have completed all of your calories, you have provided your body with the set carbohydrate, protein and fat ratio that you had planned for yourself, right? So this is how a food plan is then designed. So quality of the food I have provided you in my weight gain playlist. Quantity is something that you will have to work for yourself, depending what your calorie demands are, what your calorie requirements are, and how you want to distribute those calories throughout the day as per your routine. Maybe, some people who have big appetite, they can just get away with just having 3 meals a day. For those people who have really poor appetite, can only eat small quantities, they might want to spread out their meals and snacks in like 6 or 7 times throughout the day. So how you want to spread all that out, that is up to you. That is something that, you can plan for yourself, customize for yourself. So there is a ton of data available already, but now what you need to do is grab a pen and a paper, pull out the calculator, calculate your calories, download the app, and then start putting in 2 and 2 together, so that you can prepare a food plan for yourself. Again, it's going to be a starting food plan for you. Start off with that. Stick to that food plan for 3 to 4 weeks, let's say. Track your progress. If you are noticing progress, fantastic work, you have got a good plan for yourself. Just keep on working with that, right? So tracking progress is also important. Just keep on seeing that you are making gains month by month. If nothing is happening, then again you can revisit the food plan. You can maybe increase the quantities a little bit more. You can redo your calories, you can recalculate your maintenance calories, your surplus calories, and do a bit of improvisation. Again, follow those changes that you've made for 3 to 4 weeks time. Track your progress and keep on doing those changes as required in the food plan, right? So that's an ongoing process. Like if I talk about myself, whatever I used to eat 5 years ago, my food plan is looking completely different right now, right? Because my weight has increased, my lifestyle has changed, the way I'm training has changed, the number of days that I was training back in the days as compared to now has changed. So I have changed my food plan accordingly, right? So that is like an ongoing process. Of course, you don't have to change every 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Of course, the change happens after months time or years time. However, the major factor of how you will know whether your food plan needs a change or not is dependent on the kind of progress you're making. If I talk about what kind of numbers you can keep in mind, then in a process like this, where the goal is to gain weight by building muscle, and building muscle is not an easy task, it requires a lot of commitment and consistency from your side. Now, keeping all those things in mind, gaining around 2 to 3 kgs is very, very realistic in about 4 weeks time, right? This is not I'm not talking about, just eat more food and gain fat. That's not what I'm talking about. If you just want to gain fat, of course people can gain a lot more fat, but that is a bad way of gaining. Plus, where that fat will accumulate on your body, we don't know that. That's when people end up getting too much belly fat and so on. So I'm talking about gaining weight the right way. So this is the kind of number you can keep in mind, that roughly around 3 kgs is pretty manageable within 4 weeks time, depending that you are fully committed and you're giving your 100% and staying consistent and so on. Even if the progress is slow, that is also not a bad thing, right? Because, and this is very, very important, and I say this quite a lot of time, because we are all in a rush, we are in a hurry, we just want to gain weight. 2 mahine mein meri shaadi hai, bas weight बढ़ जाए. Doesn't work like that. You can't push your body too much like that. Of course, focus on giving your 100%. Make sure that your efforts are not lacking anywhere, but then it's up to your body on what kind of pace it grows in. You might have heard of this term called hard gainers. Hard gainers are the ones who might have to do double the amount of extra hard work for maybe a little bit longer period of time as compared to another person for whom it's just easy for them to gain, right? Because their body responds fast. But for the other person, the body might take a little longer to respond, right? So that is something which is not in our hands. But what we can do is just focus on putting in the work, not giving up, staying patient, and results will come. They might come slowly, but they will definitely come. On top of that, other than just following this 1 hour of workout plan and all that kind of stuff, we fall sick. There is work stress. Some days, if you're mothers and if you have kids, when they fall sick, you are unable, your routine goes down the drain. You have older parents that you're looking after. There is a lot of factors, so keeping those things in mind, you want to make this whole process as a part of your lifestyle. Don't treat it in a way that this is a punishment and it has to be done a certain way and all that kind of stuff. Some days are going to be fantastic, the other days maybe not so good, right? Maybe your energy level is going to be poor because you're too stressed out, you didn't have a good night's sleep, and that's okay. But keeping these things in mind, it's also important to accept the fact that if your life is surrounded by so many things and hustle and bustle, then your progress might also be slow because you are taking it slow in the journey. And that's why it's important that you don't rush through the process, right? Stay consistent. That's what your goal should be. But some days are going to be great, some days are not going to be so great. And keeping that in mind, also understand that progress will also take its own time. Now, also another important thing is about protein supplement. Now, a lot of you guys ask which one do I recommend. So again, the one that I recommend is whey protein by the brand called My Protein. You can use my code to secure good discounts, up to 30% discounts and so on. Again, the link for it is in the description box below. Now, you don't have to take the one that I recommend. You can test and try whatever you want to try out and whatever fits in your budget. However, this is the one I personally take, and that is exactly what I recommend, right? This is something that you're drinking, you're putting in your body. So I only want to recommend something that I have personally used. I get a lot of brands who come out to me and they're like, can you talk about our product and stuff like that. But I say no to that because I have not tried their product. So why would I recommend a product that I personally have not used? Plus, My Protein, I love the flavors they give you. If you have watched my previous video, my last long video, I made a detailed video on protein supplements only. So definitely go check that one out as well to know more about protein supplement. But the one thing that I can say in this video is that protein supplement is not some magic weight gain powder. Protein supplement is there to help you complete your protein intake throughout the day, right? So make sure that you use it that way. I get a lot of clients who join, and when I take the consultation call, they say, I took that protein but I did not gain weight. I have been eating eggs every day but I am not gaining weight. It's not about what you eat, whether your quantities are enough throughout the day to support that weight gain or not. That's what matters. A protein supplement is not a weight gain powder. Together with that protein supplement, yes, you got, 20 grams of protein from that, but you will have to eat the rest of the grams of protein in your food plan. You will have to make sure that throughout the day you are completing your surplus calories. These factors are also important. Don't just think because you have started having a banana smoothie, automatically something will happen and you will start gaining weight. Whether that banana smoothie is aligned with the rest of the calories, yes, no, a lot of things matter, right? So that's why I said stay open for learning, because you need to learn all these things. If you're still thinking that, I'm taking eggs but I'm still not gaining, I'm drinking protein shake but I'm still not gaining, because one ingredient is not going to just go in your body and do some magic. You have to make sure that your daily plan is aligned together. That's how you grow, that's how you gain. So anyways, I think I've covered most of the basic information. I have got all the links for detailed videos in the description box below. So grab a pen and a paper, sit down, watch all the videos, do some homework, set up a plan for yourself. As I said, one plan does not fit all. So you might have to, make some changes, and especially with the food side of things, you might have to, work on your quantities and those kind of things depending on what your demands are. So make sure you sit down, do that homework, put two and two together and prepare a plan for yourself, good or bad, whatever the plan is, prepare yourself. And as I said, start following that and then start tracking your progress. And this is how then you know, okay, it's lacking here, so then let's add more or cut more, or as you watch more videos you will learn more and you can keep on making those changes in the food plan as well. But at least get started somewhere, right? And for that you will have to sit down, spend some time, use your brains to set up that or to customize that plan for yourself, right? That much you will have to do. However, if you feel like this is too much for you guys to do, then you sure can join my weight gain programs. They're still open to enroll. Again, to join the programs, you can fill in the form that is there in the description box below to receive all the program details. Anyways, that was all for this video. I hope I covered all the points. However, if you still have any questions, you can definitely leave those in the comment section below. Please don't send me your age, height, weight and ask me to customize in your comments, because of course I won't be doing that. If you want me to customize for you, please pay me and join my programs. However, I'm more than happy to reply to genuine comments where people are actually wanting to learn. They have genuine questions, right? So drop those in the comment section below and I'll be more than happy to reply to those. And yeah, keep on watching all the other videos. Go through shorts videos as well, because they are like little bombs of good information as well, quick information as well. So as I said, the whole journey is about learning, improvising, implementing and keep on moving forward. And for that you must watch some videos, because this channel is fully dedicated on weight gain and nothing else. So there is tons of information for you to learn from and incorporate in your journey. Anyways, on that note, I'm gonna let you guys go. Bye guys.